Okay. Yeah, ignore all this. Thanks. Good morning and welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who don't know, my name is Kaylee. My channel is centered around posting content about lifestyle, health, fitness, wellness, the whole 9 yards. And as of lately, and as you can tell by the title of this video, pretty much just vlogging the setup of my apartment and just creating my dream apartment. So with that being said, today is Saturday and I'm going to be filming a Saturday little day in my life. And it's currently 7:11. I had a hard time getting up this morning. I just kept pressing snooze, but here I am in all of my glory. Okay, so just ignore the fact that the video quality is absolutely crap. I'm sitting here editing the video right now, and pretty much 95% of this video is just going to be trying to build that damn coffee table that I'm about to show y'all, because I did not know what I was doing. Little disclaimer, basically a DIY vlog. So if that's what you're here for, you came to the right spot. So let's get back into it. But over here is everything that I have to do for today. Obviously vlogging day in my life, I'm doing that now. I'm going to be making a coffee table, and I decided I'm going to be making a mirror that I really want to make, film a bunch of TikToks, and then do a bunch of schoolwork. Okay, so what I plan on doing with this mirror here, so I don't know if you guys have seen, I'll try to like put a little picture of it over there. Pretty much it's just like the colored grout tile trend. People have been doing them with tables, mirrors, whatever it is. But whenever I was back in Charleston, me and my friend were walking her dog and I just found this on the side of the road and I was like, oh my gosh, this would be perfect. Whenever we get the supplies at Lowe's for the coffee table, I'm also going to get supplies, hopefully. That's if they have like tile in stock and they have what I need. But I'm going to be getting extra particle board and some tile and grout and hopefully trying to, you know, take this mirror to the next level. And then I also want to show you guys what I'll be doing with my table. Going to Lowe's is also on my list to do this morning. It's just not up there. It looks like that. It's really freaking cute. Pretty much just going to be following this blog guide to an extent because I already know I'm going to be making up some of the things on my own. That's just how I am. Today looks like get a bunch of schoolwork done, go to Lowe's, make my coffee table, make this cool mirror, and then film a bunch of TikToks and post TikToks. I'm also trying to do posting 4 times a day for 30 days on TikTok to see how it goes. I'm trying over here. Okay, so we're in Lowe's and I have a list of everything that I need and I'm trying to find the wood section. I literally have no idea what I'm doing. I'm kind of just making it up as I go. So yeah, wish me luck. Okay, so I just got back from, no idea what that was. Okay, so I just got back from Lowe's and boy do I have a story for you guys. So I went to Lowe's, was in there for about an hour, everything was great. Come back out to my car and my car's not starting and I'm like, that's weird. It's not even like it's trying to start, like the tick, 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 you know what I mean? Like it just wasn't doing that. So I called AAA, thank goodness for them, and apparently my car battery just was a bad battery and it died. So we had to go across the street to the like auto parts store and get myself a new battery, and then we had them install it and now we're back home. So here we are. It's already noon, which is not fun. And I totally forgot that I bought these frosted cookies from Target. If you know, you know. So I'm about to eat like 6 of them and then make Jackson and I some tacos for lunch. Then I'll get started on everything over there. I did go ahead and change into shorts because I was sweating by being so stressed out, or stressful adventure. But yeah, anyways, we're gonna make some lunch and then I will lay everything out according to each project, show you guys what I got for that, and then we'll go ahead and get started working on those. Then I'll probably do some schoolwork later. Okay, so now that I have some food in me and I'm not crazy hangry anymore, I'll go ahead and show y'all what I got. Once again, I have no idea what I'm doing, and this is all me just like winging it with going off of a little bit of information and research that I have and have done so far. First little project that I'm gonna be working on, I'm pretty much gonna be doing like prep work and stuff for both of them at the same time. So what I'm going to be doing is taking, this is like foam board. It's foam insulation board, but I used to work with it a lot. This entire sheet was only $10. I am pretty much just going to be cutting this to be the exact size that I need for the board for the frame to go on to put all of the tile on. I really do feel like that just made no sense at all, but I'll eventually show you guys what I'm talking about. But basically I'm going to be cutting this with an X-Acto knife because I don't have a saw, so I'm going to be cutting this to put the mirror on top of and then grounding and tiling around it. I have 5 packs of this tiling here. It's actually like kind of marble. I don't know if you can see, but I am going to be painting right over it. That's why I have this roller here, and then I did get this color here. It's the Gloaming Green from Lowe's, and I got a sample of it that way that I can paint the tiles. That way the tiles will be green with white grout. And then back here I just got the color, I think it's in the shade Avalanche, but it's just unsanded grout. And then I did get a sponge over here. Unfortunately I kind of got ahead of myself and and then I also have mixing sticks. Unfortunately I did get ahead of myself though, and I decided not to buy any like mixing buckets. So I'm just gonna be using stuff that I have in my kitchen, which is not smart, but that's what's happening there. So anyways, that's all the supplies that I got to make the tile mirror. And then over here for making the coffee table, what's going to be the base and like the design are these quick tube building forms. They're like cylinders, as you can see. And I'm going to be cutting these down to where I need and kind of gluing them together to form the base of the table. And then I have this already like pre-cut wood thing from Lowe's that was already pre-cut. This was about $20 as well. I think both of these were $8 each or something. Stuff kind of added up pretty quickly, but I'm like, I really just wanted to be prepared and get everything that I felt like I needed. So that's gonna be the top, and it's going to be sitting on top of the base that I make here in a minute. This is just a plastic cloth that I'm going to lay over top of my carpet because I am a mess and don't want to ruin everything. And then next I got this tape. It's, I don't know what it is, plaster tape, drywall tape, something like that. And then I did get wood glue here, and then I got this little thing. This was actually really nice, seems like pretty nifty. It has a bunch of different sides and grooves. It was only $2. And then I did get the plaster of Paris plaster. I did forget to grab a sealant for all of this, so whenever it's done I might have to go back to Lowe's. But yeah, that's everything that I got to make the plaster coffee table. And I feel like first things first, what I'm gonna start doing is painting these tiles green. That way they can kind of go ahead and dry. Okay, so I just finished painting the tiles and I'm seriously freaking obsessed already. As you can see, they're a lot different. You can't even see the marble through, but I do think I'm going to give them a second coat just so that way they're like very opaque once they're done drying. So in the meantime, I'm going to work on sizing these to be the height that I want them to be. Okay, so it has been, I don't know, probably 45 minutes, an hour. I'm honestly not really sure. I went ahead and cut all of the cylinders and glued them together. And then I realized that this wood piece, it just looked kind of weird since the cylinders were so big. So I had plenty of the leftover foam board over there from the mirror that I'm making. And I just cut 2 other pieces that were the same size as the top of the coffee table and glued them down to each other on the bottom of the table with the wood on the top. I'm really not the best at like explaining things. Also, I made a mess. This is gonna be the official base for the table, so I'm just letting that dry. I have my shoe basket on top of it to give it some weight. Show you guys what I've gotten done so far with the mirror. So the tiles are completely dry, which I am super excited about. What I just finished doing was taking some of the tiles that I want to use and then laying them out around the mirror. So next what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the rest of my foam board that I have over there and cut out a piece to glue all of these tiles down on. I just finished up covering the entire like table structure in the plaster tape, and I'm about to start mixing the plaster of Paris that I have over there and then applying it to the top. I seriously have no idea how this is gonna go, but I do know that the styrofoam that I added like underneath of the tabletop, the wood piece that I bought to make it like thicker, is actually holding up very well. Okay, so it's about 5:15 p.m. and I just spent the last 2 hours trying to plaster the table. I don't know, it just kind of looks like an unfinished science project. It's very splotchy and uneven, however this is just the first coat. Anyways, over here we do have the tile mirror. I'm really hoping that this one works out well. I have the board still being glued and drying, so that way whenever I come back then I can hopefully start working on the tile mirror while this still dries and then sand it down and apply a second coat. I seriously, like all I want to do is just lay down and like go to sleep. But I kind of trashed my apartment, so I feel like I should really keep going and just like power through. But I haven't had coffee or like any caffeine at all today. But then I just remembered that I still have the other half of my Dutch Bros coffee, even though it's just about 5:30 actually. I am going to chug this because I just am, okay? I'm just going to. As you can see, ran out of plaster. Also, it's been extremely hard because I decided to be cheap and buy the $2 scraper thing, and this thing kept slipping out of my hands. And then I literally like, I don't know if you can see, I'm probably just like over exaggerating. I did just clean up a little bit, but I had like plaster on my knees, on my legs, on my calves. I'm just really tired. You can't tell. Okay, so I'm back now from Lowe's, which is really nice because last time I went, my car didn't start, but this time it did. I ended up kind of mentally ditching this whenever I was at the store and decided to treat myself to one with a handle. So I got one of these, super excited. Love it, so great. I did get another box of plaster of Paris, so that's what I'm about to work on now. Oh, I also got a sander. I actually kind of love it, you know what I mean? Like, I'm really starting to love it. I need to go over it with another coat, obviously. The top looks pretty good, I thought. Like, the top looks like I'm happy with it. If I just do like one more nice smooth coat, we'll be good. But obviously, as you can see, I need to kind of clean up the edges. So that's what I'm about to work on. Then I'm going to let it dry. So, you know, wish me luck. Okay, so it is like a couple weeks later, and I went through all of the footage that I had from doing the DIY projects, and it just got very overwhelming because it did not take me one day to do the table. It actually took me like 3 days, but in the course of a few weeks, and here we are now. So yeah, basically the mirror ended up not working out. It's still not fully finished, but I did get it put together. Long story short, whenever I painted the tiles green, whenever I grouted it and then took the sponge and wiped away the grout, the wet sponge wiped away the green paint on the tiles. So anyways, it doesn't look how I want it to look, but everything else is very put together, as you can see, so I'll show you that. This is how the table ended up turning out, and honestly, like, if you really look at it up close, you can see there's quite a bit of flaws, but I kind of like that it's not even. I'm honestly okay with it. So yeah, that's what it looks like with the couch and everything. Also, this is the table. It ended up turning out literally so perfect. I gave it a couple coats of stain. If you watched my video before on any of my moving vlogs, then you would have seen that this table actually used to be like a plain wood, and then I sealed it with a polyacrylic clear matte sealant, and I also did the same thing for the coffee table over there, but this actually looks like 10 times better. And then also one of you commented that if I were to take take this chair and flip it around, then it would be the same size as the others, because it is like not really even, so I'm gonna work on doing that. All right, so that is where I'm going to leave off with this video. It was kind of a shit show. I'm fully aware, and I do not take any offense if you were to judge me for it. But anyways, I did my absolute best, and at least 2 out of the 3 projects turned out okay. So you know what? I'm fine. I'm not a DIY queen, and I'm not that good at it anyways, and if I were to actually follow instructions, it would go a lot better, but I didn't. Anywho, thank you so much for watching my video today, and I'll see you in my next one.